One mustard seed. I remember one time when I'd messed up and I felt terrible about myself, and yet I said, you know what? I'm not going to focus on myself. I'm going to focus on God. He says I am washed now, and I rejoiced, and that totally transformed my life. A little child knows it. Learn how to receive, even though you deserve not anything. Receive. I have this exercise mat at home, and I jump on it. And I usually jump on it because I don't have time. So I jump on it while I'm typing. I'm doing my work and I'm jumping. That's my exercise. That's pretty much what I do. When Eliel comes into my office, he sees me doing this. So now he goes up to that mat and he gets on there and he goes like this. And he doesn't understand it. He doesn't know why he's doing it. He just sees me going like this, so he does it. And one day, he'll go to a welcome, but I saw him here. He goes to a welcome mat there and he sees the mat and he starts going like this. He doesn't know why, he just imitates. One day, Eliel was in the living room, and he picks up the remote control and holds it up to his head. And we're wondering, what's he trying to do? And he starts talking to it, babbling. And he saw us talking on the phone, so he figured any control thing is the phone. It's just as good. So he's talking. And one time, and he's found the real phone, and he pressed the phone book, and he activated it, and he has literally placed calls to people. And he calls up my sister, starts babbling. What gets me is I've been trying to do that for like a year, and I can't figure it out. He's been alive a few months, and he's placing calls. I once said, I was saying Dada, and I went like Dada, and he got it. So now he walks around and says Dada, Dada. Little children imitate, that's how they learn. They didn't get a correspondence course. They didn't get a cassette or a CD on how to do it. You didn't learn English, most of you, some of you, but most of you didn't learn English because you had a course in English. Most of you learned it by imitating. Most of what you know, you learn by imitating. Most in life. And so the Bible says in the same way children are made to imitate, for good or bad, they're made to imitate. The Bible says in Ephesians 5, be imitators of God. As beloved children, walk in love. Live a life of love as Messiah gave for you, so now you do the same. That's what children do. And beloved children especially, they imitate. So we're not just to read about God and not only learn about God. Yes, we are to do that, but that's not enough. We are to learn to imitate God, to become an imitator of Messiah. To imitate, you have to see someone. You can't imitate someone you don't see. You can't imitate in some way. So you have to be in relationship with them to really imitate them. We wanted Eliel to learn to give because he would do this thing at the beginning, early on. He'd offer something, and as soon as you go, he'd pull it back and smile. So we taught him. How do we teach him to give? We didn't give him a course on giving. We didn't talk about the reasons why you should give. We just started. We gave, and he gave back. We gave back, and now he gives me his toy. He gives me his pacifier. Sometimes he gives me baby snacks. Now if he just heard us talking about the concept, he probably wouldn't. But you imitate the one you're with. So to become an imitator of God, you have to be with God. You have to spend time with God. The one who will become like God is the one who spends time with God. The more you spend time, the more you will be touched by his presence. Moses, all he had to do was spend time with God and see his glory. He walks down, his face is radiant with God's glory. You can't help having God rub off on you if you are with God. What would he do? You do it. What would he not do? You don't do it. But spend time with God, looking at him, looking at his love. Consider, ponder, meditate how he treats you and start treating others the same way. Lord, I just want to be an imitator of God. What an awesome thing. Be imitator. That's what a child does. But a child who's not with their parent is never going to be able to imitate them. So you need to spend time every day in God's presence to learn, to imitate, to soak up, to receive, to reflect him. And those who do it will become so. We with unveiled face, beholding him, we are transformed. We are being transformed to the same image from glory to glory. The more you are beholding him, the more you become like him. The more you behold the world, the more you become like the world. The more you dwell on bad things, the more you become like that. But the more you behold God, the more you become transformed, metamorphosized. When you were a little child,